Good evening. Today, our group will be discussing an important issue: why students often delay seeking help for their mental and physical well-being. My name is Raymond. I would like to share my perspective as the silent struggler. Imagine sitting in a lecture hall filled with hundreds of students, yet feeling completely alone. Many students around us may look fine on the outside, but inside they are struggling with stress, anxiety, burnout, or even physical health issues. Instead of asking for help, they choose to remain silent because they are afraid of being judged, misunderstood, or labeled as weak. They continue to hide their problems until the situation becomes worse. So the question is, how can students who are struggling but feel too afraid to speak up? University is often seen as an exciting stage of personal development, but it also comes with significant pressure such as academic workload, financial stress, and social expectation. This pressure can affect both the mental and physical well-being of students. Although many universities provide counseling and health services, the utilization of these services remains relatively low. Research has shown that many students hesitate to seek professional help due to stigma, lack of awareness, and concern about confidentiality. The problem becomes more serious when students delay seeking help until their condition becomes severe. Studies have identified stigma and self-stigma as major barriers preventing university students from accessing mental health services. In fact, research suggests that only about 1/3 of students experiencing mental health problems actually seek professional help. This means that many students continue to struggle silently without receiving the support they needed. When this issue remains unaddressed, students may experience worsening mental health, decreased academic performance, and difficulties in maintaining relationship and daily functioning. If this problem continues without any intervention, many students may only seek help at a much later stage when the condition becomes more difficult to manage. To address this issue, I propose the development of anonymous student well-being self-check tool. This digital platform can be integrated into a university website or mobile application, allowing students to privately assess their mental and physical well-being through a short self-assessment questionnaire. The questionnaire may include simple questions about stress level, mood, sleep quality, and overall well-being. The most important feature of this platform is anonymity. Students can access the self-check tool without revealing their identity, which help reduce the fear of stigma and judgment. The unique selling point of this idea is that it serves as a safe and accessible first step for students who might not yet feel comfortable approaching counselors directly. By increasing self-awareness and providing early guidance, this platform can encourage students to seek help earlier before their condition worsens. In conclusion, many students are silently struggling with their well-being, but stigma often prevents them from seeking help. By introducing an anonymous well-being self-check platform, universities can create a safe and supportive environment that encourages early awareness and health seeking. Therefore, I encourage universities, educators, and students' communities to support the development of accessible digital well-being tools. Together, we can ensure that students receive the support they need and create a campus where no one has to struggle in silence. That's all from my part. I will pass to my group members.
All right, so a very good day to everyone here. I'm Zhi Qi, and I would like you to imagine feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or physically unwell, but choosing not to seek help because you are afraid of being judged. From my perspective as a stigma awareness student, this hesitation is very real. Many of us stay silent, not because of support isn't available, but because of asking for help feels uncomfortable, exposing, or even embarrassing. This silence persists despite the fact that university already provide counseling and health service. In theory, help is accessible, but in practice, stigma, fear of judgment, and concerns about privacy hold the student back. So some of the students will worry about being seen walking into the counseling room, while others will feel uneasy even making an appointment. Because of this, support service remain underutilized, even as mental and physical health challenge among students continue to rise. And that's where the real concern begins. When students delay seeking help, what starts as a manageable issue can slowly develop into something much more serious. Timely help seeking is essential, not just for mental health, but also for overall well-being. Without early intervention, small struggle can quietly escalate into larger, more difficult problems. The consequences of this delay are significant. Untreated issues can lead to chronic stress, burnout, declining academic performance, and a reduced quality of life. Over time, students may lose motivation, withdraw socially, or even drop out altogether. This doesn't just affect individuals, it impacts peers, academic environment, and the overall campus community. If nothing changes, the stigma surrounding help seeking will continue to discourage students from accessing the support they need. University resources will remain underused, while more students struggle in silence. Gradually, this creates a campus environment that feels less supportive and less responsive to student well-being. That's why I propose Safe Connect, an anonymous digital platform designed to make the help seeking private, accessible, and stigma-free. Safe Connect allows students to book counseling session and receive anonymously and receive support through secure online audio or chat without the fear of being seen or judged. Through a secure third-party portal, students can log in using a one-time verification code without revealing their identity. They can choose their preferred type of support and time slot and receive a unique anonymous appointment ID. Sessions are then conducted online, ensuring comfort, privacy, and flexibility without the need for face-to-face interaction. By removing visibility and identity barriers, Safe Connect directly addresses the stigma that prevents students from seeking help early. It also provides accessibility as eliminating constraints like travel and limited operation hours. Built on existing digital infrastructure, it is both feasible and scalable, while remaining sustainable with minimal physical resources. What makes Safe Connect unique is its integration of anonymous booking with fully online counseling in one platform. It has the potential to encourage earlier help seeking, reduce delay in care, and ultimately improve student well-being, which contribute to a healthier, more supportive campus environment. I invite the university to explore and support Safe Connect as a pilot initiative. With this step, we can move closer to a campus culture where seeking help feels safe, private, and completely normal. That's all from me, and I will pass to my next member.
Okay, good day, everyone. My name is Golden, so I will be the one to continue this section. And I would like to share my perspective as a friend. And have you ever noticed a friend becoming unusual, quiet, skipping meals, or constantly saying, "I'm just tired"? You may feel that something is wrong, but at the same time, you're unsure how serious it is or what you should do. University students today face significant academic pressures due to assignments, examinations, and high expectations. So as a result, many students develop unhealthy lifestyle habits such as lack of sleep, irregular eating patterns, and constant stress. So from the friend's perspective, we often witness these struggles firsthand. We see our friends feeling overwhelmed, losing motivations, and sometimes withdrawing socially. However, despite these visible signs, many students do not seek help. This is often due to stigma, fear, and being judged, or simply a lack of awareness about available support. As friends, we are usually the closest to them, yet we often feel uncertain about how to respond. This issue is more serious than it appears. It's not just normal academic stress. If left unaddressed, it can lead to burnout, anxiety, depressions, and a decline in both academic performance and overall health. From the friend point of view, we may notice warning signs but dismiss them as something's normal. Sometimes we hesitate to speak up because we are afraid of saying something that's wrong or making the situations uncomfortable. Meanwhile, our friends may continue to struggle silently. If nothing is done, the situation can worsen. It can lead to isolations and more serious mental or physical health problems. So the proposal solution is to empower friends as the first line of support for students experiencing mental health issue and burnout. This approach focuses on strengthening awareness and supportive actions within friendship circles. Research shows that high-quality friendships providing social support and companionship significantly improve well-being and protect against issues such as depression and anxiety. So students should be aware of early warning signs such as behavior changes, withdrawal, and unhealthy habits, and learn to approach friends in a supportive, non-judgmental way. Within each friendship group, individual can play an active role by checking in regularly, having meaningful conversations, and even creating a safe place for sharing concerns. It can also encourage peers to seek professional help when needed. These ideas reduce stigma and make support more approachable. It's feasible and sustainable as it builds existing friendship. Its peer-to-peer nature makes help to more to be natural, leading to earlier detections of issue and stronger emotion support system among students. So in conclusion, we should take a more active role in supporting our friends. Take the time to check in and listen sincerely. If you notice that someone may be struggling, do not ignore it. Even a simple conversations can make a meaningful difference. So because sometimes getting help begins with just one friend who chooses to care and take action. So that's all from me. I will pass the floor to the next member.
All right, good day. So I'm Ernest Yong. So now I would like you to think about the following statement. What if the biggest problem in student mental health is not the lack of help, but the fact that the help comes too late? From a counseling perspective, many students do not seek help during the early stages of psychological or emotional distress. Instead, they only present when symptoms such as anxiety, burnout, or depression have already become severe and disruptive. At this point, early warning signs that could have been addressed through simple interventions are often no longer noticeable and making timely support much more difficult to deliver effectively. This delay significantly reduces the effectiveness of intervention. According to the mental health research, delayed treatment is associated with longer recovery time, higher relapse rates, and increased burden on healthcare resources. For counselors, this means limited time must be spent in managing high-risk cases rather than preventing them. If this pattern continues, counseling services will become overwhelmed. Early intervention opportunities are lost, and more students progress into severe psychological conditions that could have been avoided. So, from studies published in journals such as the BMJ Mental Health, BMC Psychiatry, and also the Journal of Medical Internet Research, they highlight the effectiveness of AI-based early detection systems using the digital phenotyping. These systems can identify subtle behavioral changes such as reduced engagement, irregular activity patterns, or declining performance in their academic, and that may indicate early signs of mental health deterioration. Based on this evidence, the proposed solution is an AI-assisted early detection tool for counselors integrated within the university system, or known as Mind Pulse, that flags students who may be at risk based on behavioral pattern changes. This allows counselors to prioritize outreach, initiate early check-ins, and intervene before the conditions worsen. The uniqueness of this approach lies in its preventive counseling model, where support is initiated based on early risk indicators rather than waiting for students to request help. It is scalable across institutions, use existing student data system, and ensures that limited counseling resources are used more efficiently while improving the students' outcomes. Hence, in a nutshell, it is time to move beyond waiting for students to seek help and start identifying those who need it early. Let's shift from reactive care into proactive support, because timely intervention can change not just academic outcomes, but lives. So I'll pass to the last member.
All right, a very good day. My name is Xun Yuan. Now we'll continue to the last part. Okay, so many students today struggle with stress, poor sleep, and declining health, not because help is not available, but because they don't seek it early. In university, students face increasing mental and physical health challenges due to academic pressure and lifestyle changes. Other support system services like counseling and healthcare exist, utilization remain low. Many students are unaware, hesitant due to stigma, or unable to recognize early symptoms. As a result, support systems often fail to reach students at the right time. Well, help is delayed, small issue can escalate into the burnout, anxiety, or even academic failure. This leads to long-term consequences such as poor performance and higher dropout rates, especially among students in high-pressure programs. If this continues, university will keep relying on underutilized systems that are reactive rather than preventive. The World Health Organization highlights that stigma and lack of awareness are major barriers to help early seeking. Okay, to address this, I propose an integrated well-being platform within the university that combines mental and physical health monitoring into one accessible system with a strong focus on early interventions. This platform would allow students to privately assess their conditions through simple tools like stress screening and basic health indicators. Based on their results, they receive immediate personalized feedback and guidance, whether it's self-care strategy or referral to campus support system. This system can be integrated into existing student portals or developed as a mobile app, making it practical and scalable. It would involve collaboration between university administrations, counseling units, and IT teams. What makes this solution impactful as it can reduce the stigma by offering a private entry point, while also promoting awareness and early detection. Instead of waiting until problem becomes severe, students are supported at the earlier stage. Okay, I encourage the university to start with a pilot implementation in one faculty to evaluate its effectiveness and further. Let's move from delay help seeking to early, accessible, and proactive student support. Okay, to conclude this, the issue is not that support systems are available, but that the students are not reaching them early enough. From the silent struggle to the university itself, every perspective highlights the same gap. Delay action lead to worsening outcome. By introducing solutions such as anonymous self-check tools, stigma-free access, peer support, early detection system, an integrated well-being platform. We can shift from reactive care to proactive support, ultimately creating an environment where students feel safe, aware, and empowered to seek help early is key to improving both their well-being and academic success. Okay, I think that's all from my group. Thank you very much.